What's up, guys? My name is Brendan, and this is Student of the Community. In this series, you guys send me your clips through Instagram's direct messenger, and then I give you the best tips I can. That way, we can all learn from each other and become students of the entire tricking community. And guys, keep submitting your clips because there's a new episode coming out every Friday. But with all that said, let's get started. Our first clip comes from Andrew, and he sent us a fail of his Cheat 900. So let's check him out, give him some tips, and help him land on his feet. Andrew, that was a good Cheat 9. And honestly, mine looked like that for a long time. That type of fail is really common, especially when you're first learning this trick. You see, when you do a Cheat 9, you have to pump up that first knee to do that cheat setup. And then you have to twist. After you twist and spot your target, you then switch your knees to execute the roundhouse kick. What I saw in this clip was you switched your knees as you started to twist. And if you switch your knees too early, you just end up falling. It throws your body very off axis. So next time you do your Cheat 9, be patient as you twist. Keep that first knee up until you spot your target. And once you spot your target, switch your knees and execute that roundhouse kick. You see, when you did the roundhouse kick, it looked really good. You had good form, a good chamber, extension, and you had pointed toes. You just kicked into the floor. If you can be a little bit more patient and switch your knees right at the end, you'll be able to execute this trick really well because it already looks like you have strong martial arts foundation. But thank you so much for sending in this clip. I think you can definitely get your Cheat 9. Our second clip comes from Kippet, and he wants to know what's wrong with his cart full. He does land the trick, so let's give him some tips on how he can improve his technique. Kippet. That was a good cart full, but you could definitely improve your trick. I don't think you did necessarily anything wrong, but I think you could use your arms. You see, when you do a cart full, you want to use your arms the entire time. What I saw in this clip was you did a great job of using your arms when you were setting up for that cartwheel. You swung them way overhead, but after you put your arms on the ground, they kind of stayed there. When you do your cart full, you want your arms to be a little bit bent, and then you want to explode off the ground, extending through your shoulder, elbow, and wrist joint to push your body into the air. And after you push on the ground, you want to keep your arms up so that way you can generate a ton of flipping momentum. What I saw in this clip was after you got your arms on the ground, you kind of let them fall. Rather, keep swinging them so that way after you set, you can pull them in to twist. You did a good job in this clip of twisting around, but after you were coming out of the twist, you kind of kept your arms in. Rather, as you're exiting the cart full or any twisting skill, you want to open up your body and especially your arms so that way you can slow your twisting to land softly. That will help minimize the impact of the trick and just make it feel better on your body. You see, you did a good job of doing your cart full. You did a great job of using your legs as well, kicking them for the cartwheel and then bringing them in and out for the twist. The biggest tip I have for you is to just use your arms, because I don't think there was anything really wrong with your cart full. You could just improve it by fixing that technique. Our third clip comes from Jinrich, and he sent us a video of his cork. He also ends the clip with a scoop full, which I absolutely love. First, I want to say that was a good cork, but you could definitely improve it. These are the tips I would have for you. First, focus on your landing. When you did your cork, you did a great job of swinging like a cheap gainer in the beginning, twisting nice and tight in the middle, but at the very end, you didn't really open up your body. You just kind of stayed twisting, which was fine because you were able to keep that momentum and combo out of it. But if you want to land a little bit cleaner and maybe swing that cork, you should be focusing on landing in an eagle. When you started your cork, you had a nice big eagle with your arms back, your leg up, ready to swing, but you didn't really land in that eagle position. If you can land your cork back in that eagle position with a ton of control, it will be far better and way easier to combo out of it, especially with something like scoop full. When it comes to the scoop full, that was just awesome. Thank you so much for adding that in. Our fourth clip comes from Tygo, and he sent us a video of his cork. I love this clip and there's a lot to be learned from it. So let's check it out.
Isso foi lindo, ok? É Nilo sim.
Tygo, that was a good cork. You did a great job of doing this trick, but your eyes were stuck to the ground the entire time. When you do your cork, you want to be spotting in a cycle. You want to be looking forward as you perform your swing, maybe back as you start that flip. And then once you twist, you want to be looking to the side. And you want to look that way until you spot your landing. And when you spot your landing, you want to look down, but then look up, so that way you can land with your chest up. What I saw in this clip was after you looked at your landing, your eyes just got stuck to the floor, and you were kind of spotting your landing the entire time, which isn't a bad thing. But if you want to set properly, you need to be looking forward and then maybe back as you're doing that swing. And then after you do your set, you should look towards your twisting position and pull your body in. I think you had good technique. The biggest thing I think you should fix is just your spotting. If you can fix where you're looking, your body will follow. Where your eyes go, your body just tends to react and follow. So if you can use that as you're doing the cork, it will be far better and just far easier to do. And if you're spotting properly, you'll know where you are as you perform the trick. Our fifth and final clip comes from Newton, and he sent us a fail of his cart double full. I absolutely love this clip, so guys, check it out. Newton, I understand the pain of falling sucks, but if you want to land your cart double full, I have a ton of tips for you. The first is to get some control. You did this massive run into your cartwheel and you barely blocked. You just kind of threw your body into this trick, which isn't a bad thing. I'm glad you don't have a lot of fear, but you should approach it with a little bit more caution and control. If you can get a little bit more control out of your cartwheel or that cart off that you did, it'll be a lot better. The second tip is to decide whether you want to do a cartwheel or a cart off. What I saw was you kind of did a cartwheel and then you punched into the grass. And when you punch into soft grass, it usually doesn't give you a lot of height. You want to punch on something bouncy like a spring floor, or if you're on the grass, what I would recommend is to just do a very smooth and controlled cartwheel. If you can do a smooth cartwheel and block really effectively, you don't need to do that giant run that you did. I think you have a ton of power as an athlete, but I think if you can get a little bit more control, maybe do a cartwheel that is a little bit more smooth and effective, and then block to get into your twist and flip, I think it will be far better. My final tip would be to just make sure you're opening up before you land. As you did this, you just kind of drilled into the ground. Instead of committing to the double every time, make sure you're being cognizant, and if it's not a good set, only do a single or just don't twist at all. You should be cognizant as an athlete as you do every single attempt if you have enough set, flip, twist to do whatever trick you want to do. And if you don't commit for it, or just do one of the lower progressions. What I would recommend for you is really work your cart full from a nice controlled cartwheel that doesn't have a lot of cart off rebound, and then just work it into more power. You have a ton of power as an athlete. I think you should just develop your control. But those are the biggest tips I have for you if you want to land that cart double full, nice and easy, because I definitely think you can. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to get featured in next week's Student of the Community, direct message your clip to me at Mastering Tricking on Instagram. And if you liked this video, please hit the like button. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more. Share this video if you think a friend would like it. And if you want to support Mastering Tricking, check out the links in the description down below. There you can find out more about merchandise, patronage, and just going deeper with mastering tricking. But guys, thank you so much, and please have a lovely day.